Hey, hey! Welcome to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I just did a very small live over on Bam Bam Boogie, and over there, what we discussed are the AI tools. I discussed the training cards that I've created and have a pen pending, and the notebooks that go with the trading cards so you could journal your journey and keep notes on what you've learned. Here at WCIA Network, yes, it's Summer Moon Wells, but this channel is very much about all the missing children, and I just want to share with you today, hey, my journey. And I want to be straightforward and tell you what's been going on and why is it I'm doing Bam Bam Boogie, and then there's WCIA Network, and then I'm doing a whatnot, and blah, 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 blah. This little girl that you see right here, this little girl right here, this little one, it's Summer Moon Wells. And this little girl's photo, I don't know if she's real, I don't know if she's AI, I don't know if what I mean is she a real child? Absolutely, she is a real fucking child. And are there hundreds of millions of Summer Moon Wells? There are millions of Summer Moon Wells. Summer Moon Wells went missing June 15th, 2021. That is when I became part of this YouTube craziness of true crime. And when I say craziness, I mean craziness. True crime community. I love again. You're the best. This true crime community makes circuses out of the missing children's stories. And these missing children's stories are for the children, and they are sacred, and they're so deeply sad to me that I spent the last 4 years trying to bring justice to these children. And why? Other than how I feel so deeply inside, I have no fucking idea why. I don't know. I don't know why I have, when I look back to my journey thus far of Summer Moon Wells, and here at WCIA Network, I don't know why I made hundreds of photos and cut them and put them into collages and covered my walls with them so the children could speak to me and I could help them get justice. Why is that part of my world journey? I don't know. I can tell you that I believe that you never know until you know, and you don't see it until you see it, and you definitely don't understand it until you fucking understand it. And that's what Bam Bam Boogie is about. You see it when you see it. You know it when you know it. Those are the things that you cannot fake through digital distortion. You cannot fake how those feelings, those bam bam feelings, no one can take away from you in any kind of AI fashion. So that's what I do over at Bam Bam Boogie, is I help you understand that. And all of these different vehicles in different places I'm going always brings me back here to this little girl. To this little girl. The digital distortions that I have seen go on, starting with Summer Moon Wells, makes me physically sick. physically sick to think of Don Wells, Candace, Jody Sue Brown, all those people, Benny, Don, Molly, makes me ill. And why? Is because I follow my intuitive gut feeling about them. I follow what I'm told about them, and it's distortion. You see, it's nothing but distortion. And I wrote this book. You can get this book on Amazon. It's very short. It's 29 pages, and it's written very big. Digital distortion is huge. And I think that anybody that wants to sit on the sidelines and not understand it is lazy. Anybody that wants to go empower themselves and learn, it's not just for you. It's for the children. Yes, I'm going to make those tarot cards. It's so funny, my cards right now, these are tarot, I made them tarot size cards. You guys, I brought these to the training conference, and I had Gary V sign them, and I got his signature on the back of some of my cards. There's one. It's Gary V's signature, and I'm very proud of it because he's an inspiration to me. He's very inspiring. If you don't know him, go check him out. Anyways, I wrote this book on digital distortion because I'm never going to forget about my journey here. It continues. My journey here is a journey with the kids. My journey here is self-understanding. Spreading my wings and figuring out what this world is all about. Helping others understand it as I go through my own journey. These are personal readings I give you guys. This is personal shit. I come on here and it's very difficult to just make yourself open and you just come on and frickin' blab. I don't come on here with a script. I cannot come on here with a script. Digital distortion. For years, society buried its missing children and the hidden tunnels where they were trafficked beneath digital deceptions. It's my book. Lori looked straight into the AI deepfake distortions and dared to see past them. Digital distortions reveals what she found. From the covert underground tunnels used to traffic children to the manufactured images that masked the truth. This gripping expose breaks the silence around the lost children who vanished without a trace. For too long, an unseen war has raged between our scenes. The tunnels beneath our neighborhoods filled not only with tools of deception, but victims that society was too blind to see. With the help of true crime, YouTube creator Lori peeled back the layers of technology and unearthed the dark systems that distorted justice and erased the innocent from our collective memory. This powerful book fuses chilling true crime accounts, deep spiritual awareness, and the urgent call to look deeper at the images that shape our reality. It is a spotlight for the unseen, a signal for the survivors, and a bam for humanity to demand liberation from the shadows. period. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is all I do. Will I know if any of this is ever true? Will I know if these families that go on as like big families on YouTube, and they have family channels, and they make millions and millions of views, and they have babies and babies and babies and babies and babies, and they go on hundreds and hundreds of trips, the same trip, the same things. They're doing everything the same. They're doing the same thing in their cars. They're doing the same. Will we ever really know if that stuff's bullshit or deep fake? I know it is. But the world isn't ready to call upon it. They're not ready to call its bluff. I am. I'm here to bring it to you and teach whoever the fuck wants to look at this shit. And I don't know why I want to do it. People always ask me in my personal life, why are you doing this? Why do you care so much? Well, what do you care about? Some people care about taking care of dogs. Some people care to take care of their plants, their animals. I take care of my family, I do my thing here, and I care about these children. Maybe in a past life I was a missing child, that's why I smell it. Maybe in a past life I was thrown into a dark tunnel because I could see it. I could feel it. I could feel the dampness, the darkness, the damp. It's very damp. It's like will I ever know if it's true? Only if a child comes and says, you know what, it was really damp. We were there. We were physically there, and we got saved, and it was super freaking damp. I could just tell you what I believe is the truth. And this is my second book, and this one calls out Summer Moon. This one does. The other one did not. This one does. This book was never meant to be written. It was meant to be felt, meant to be whispered, meant to be danced, screamed, and wept out of the deepest parts of human spirit. It was meant to move through fingertips, through glitched images, through AI distortions, and into the hearts of those brave enough to listen. It takes bravery, you guys. This is not a typical true crime story. It is not a case file, a timeline, or platform for speculation. It's a remembering, a rhythm. I wrote this story not because I chose to, not because the children asked me to. Some I met in dreams, others appeared through digital images that bent reality just enough to reveal the truth. Still, others came through vibrations, in lyrics, in movement, always between the frames, always in rhythm, always in code. This book is for them. This book is for you. For the ones who feel too much, for the ones who see too much, for the ones who don't know why they cry when they look at photos that shouldn't mean anything, for the ones who stayed awake even when the world begged them to look away. And then the story ends. When the final chapter closes, know this: it doesn't end there. It lives on in you. In every moment you recognize someone's pain. In every breath you take after choosing truth over trend. In every sacred second you stop and listen and feel a soul that isn't yours whispers, "Thank you for remembering me." Every time you bam, this story continues. Welcome to Digital Distortions. The story has been buried long enough. Now it's time to carry it and dance it into the light. Lori, founder, CIA Network, and creator of Bam Bam Boogie. That's what's the beginning of this book. This is what I'm doing here. This is what I want to bring you guys. This is what's going on in this country. Chapter 1 is Summer. Chapter 1 is Summer, Moon, and the Eye. And it opens with Summer Wells. And God damn it, if you parents, Don and Candace, think there's a problem with that, bring it to me. Bring it to me. You show me which one is Summer Moon through all of those deceptions, through all of those photos that show all. I have almost 1,000 videos. Almost 1,000 videos. Show us the one that's really your daughter. Show us a clear video that no one would say, you know what? That was touched by AI distortion. Show us your home. Show us your property. Show me. Because if you showed it correctly the first time, I wouldn't have had to write this fucking book. You see? It's to those that are messing with. It's to those in the true crime community that have created this goddamn issue. I watched it. I watched it. Summer, Moon, and the Eye is chapter 1. I'm not going to read you this whole book. I'm not here to read you the book. Trust me, I would love to, but I'd rather have you go to Amazon and buy it. It opens up with Summer Wells. Summer Wells was never meant to be a hashtag. You know what that means? It's not meant to be a hashtag. She was never meant to be a cautionary tale, a clickbait headline, or a puppet in the cruel theater of internet sleuths. That is the beginning of my book. Because that is what's going on with the missing children. That is what is happening. Now let me tell you, obviously everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Blah, blah, blah. This is just my opinion. Everyone has an opinion. This is mine, and I'm voicing it. And that's what they're doing with these missing children. People are making millions of dollars off doing this digital distortion to these missing children. They've become that part of the world. They've become the money maker. The money maker. And I know there's nobody coming for them. Not to be, that's my psychic ability. No one's fucking coming. Take it for what it is. It's like someone saying there's going to be an earthquake, and there's an earthquake. These children are not all going to be found. I mean, they busted Diddy, and what, is he off now? Like, do you understand that if you go back to all of those videos and all the news that was formed around Diddy and all the children that they even said publicly out loud went from busloads into this location, and not one fucking person has mentioned the list of children. Those are Summer Moon Wells children. Those are children. And they actually said, yes, there were young children there. Yes, there were underage children. Not one mention of it. The only thing they mention are the celebrities. And the celebrities that need to get out of it. They had nothing to do with it. And then there were the fires. I said there were going to be fires. I said, oh wow. I had a premonition. Maybe that's what that premonition was. Remember I told you I had my very first out-of-body experience? And in one of the videos I told you I was in the kitchen and I told my daughter, I said, you need to turn, something's happening to me. That's never happened before. Never happened, I swear on my life, never. This was the first time I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm sitting in the kitchen the chair, staring. Oh, so this is how good of a psychic I am. Actually, I put this out there before the fires, and oh wow, oh, very interesting. Oh my God, you guys, very fucking interesting. I am going to put my ass on the line and give you the story of the Diddy and the fires. When I feel something here, it's my BAM, my boom boom bam feeling, my bam bam boogie feeling, because then I get excited, and that's why I have bam bam boogie. I gave the story that I was in the kitchen. All of a sudden, I was staring at these black trucks. So listen to my detail. Listen to the detail I'm telling you. Oh, first of all, I have to welcome you guys in. Okay, my amazing people I haven't been here. Hi, I'm Bernie, Nothing But Love, who is just in my other live. Hi, you guys. Lita, how are you? Jess is coming soon. Liz, yeah, you guys, hi, I missed you all. So I'm going to tell you that it must be part of the children's story. It's got to be. I had that premonition that they went up in flames, and it started by a tree. And I said, it's just first coming through. I wasn't even going to talk about this. And I also said that there are trucks, black trucks, big black trucks. They look like they're trucks that they're not normal trucks. And I think that these trucks must have been somewhere by the fires. Like wherever, put it this way, wherever, okay, this is a live reading. Wherever see, you can't predict this shit. Hi, Jean. Whenever there were 2 trucks involved with these fires and with Diddy shit, the trucks went past the tree that went on fire. They passed, because what I said is it was on the Wells property, and in the Wells property, what I was seeing live, I was staring at a photo in my kitchen, and as I'm staring at the photo, I went into the photo, and that's when my ankles were tied, my hands, I went up in flames. So I actually was feeling I was going up in flames. I was heating up so badly that I don't wear any kind of this particular jewelry anymore. Why? Because it was on fire, and it was like one of those, actually it was a fake one, but you had to unscrew it, and I was screaming for my daughter to get them off because I felt like my jewelry was on fire. So why am I telling this story again, because I've told it so many times, is because I just this very second truly put it together. I put it together once before, but the fire goes with the tree, and the trees go with the dark black trucks. The black trucks had something to do with the fire and the trees. That's what I see. Anyways, and that's digital distortion. That's digital distortion. Was it really there? We'll never know. Did I see it? I saw it. We'll never know if it was really there, because everyone has different digital distortion. It's built on your memory. It's what is it that you remember. That's why these children want to be remembered, because you will only remember them if you remember them. You will only get it till you get it. You'll only see it when you see it. And not everyone sees the same thing. This picture right here of Summer, right? Some people tomorrow are going to be like, oh my God, did you see that gold halo? She had this gold thing over her head, and the other person next to them who watched the same video will be like, no, there wasn't. There was no halo. And some of you right now are saying, oh yeah, there is, because you didn't see it until I pointed it out. You didn't see that halo until I probably said it. Or those little things around the halo, those dots, until I told you to look. Or how about the black line, this black line around her body? I'm pointing it out. So the more I point out about the children's story, it's because I see it. It's there. To me, that's my reality. Is it there distortedly because I digitally put it in? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Hi, Joyful. Hi, Jean. Hi, Maria. Aletta, how are you? So sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. The more you learn and the more you watch and the more you take ownership of understanding this shit that goes on and what people are doing and what you've been watching in true crime, it's in YouTube True Crime. It's there. So either I am seeing the story with it or without it, but either way, I'm seeing this little girl's story. Maybe the story is there because I need to learn this and teach you guys. I don't know. Maria. Summers are always distorted. Maria, this is a perfect example. This is a perfect example of this whole entire thing I'm talking about. This whole entire teaching, read the book, get your notebook. I'd rather have you buy from me. Yes, would I like to make money from it? Yes, I make a couple dollars. It's worth it. Understand these tools. Maria, you're seeing it because you were created to see it. That's not my first picture. If I saw it, I've hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of pictures of summer that I've been looking at since 2021. First time I saw it, thank you, I've learned so much from you. Thank you. The first time I saw it, I didn't know what I was seeing. Go back and listen to my videos if you care. Maybe you don't really, maybe people don't care, but my stories say how I saw everything through my first videos. This notebook, not this one, these notebooks are on Amazon and we're on the first page. So if you put AI Tools notebook, you're going to see my notebooks. You'll see my notebooks. Bam, bam. You'll see them, they're amazing. I made a whole book, hundreds of pictures, and you guys have heard this story. I brought it to downtown to Springfield, Illinois, to the head people of the Sheriff's Department, and I went through a whole fucking story on every photo, and they were like looking at me like, we have a situation on our hands. Maybe we should call our husband and tell him to come pick her up because this lady's crazy. But they saw it, they used my information, and he also asked me what generation witch I was. So they've dealt with people like me, like some of you that are listening, and I still give my information to the FBI agent that I work with. Will I know if it ever did anything? No, I won't. I'm just a citizen, you know, that's it. But I watched them look at the pictures like, and they wrote down all my information. And many times I was looking at that photo, and this is what scared me. I scared myself, is when I looked and I didn't see what I thought I saw. I intuitively see it. That's how my intuition works, right? So that's what this book is. And then when you start the first chapter, it goes right into her. How Summer Wells was ever meant to be #. But I did, meaning I went forward with this. I'm picking up from where I read last. Not because I knew her, not because I had followed her story from the beginning. But because one night, while scrolling through those endless streams of noise, Summer Moon Wells came to me way before she went missing. And then the noise began, you guys, for me. True crime thumbnails, psychic dramatization, artificial generated creations. I felt it. The true crime community gave me more than I thought they were giving me. Because what they were giving me was on distortion. If this even makes sense to anyone. But I see through distortion. And it really frustrated a lot of people that watched my channel. They're like, well, I don't see what she's saying. Well, you're not supposed to see what someone else sees. You have your own thought process. You have your own memories. So you're going to go back to that. So you're going to go back to it. That's like how people could get brainwashed, right? I saw through those distortions because I always use photos as a way to give my psychic readings. So I feel as if when I look at these pictures, it doesn't matter what distortion is there. I see the truth through it, if that makes sense. I didn't know that's what was happening, that I saw the story through. And it makes sense to me now because digital distortion, it's energy. It's energy. And anyone that does psychic readings, you get it through an energy, you know? Yeah, I haven't looked at any more photos because I almost am over it. It's because they all are telling me the same thing. I can't see what you all see as far as a photo or an image. I'm going to see what I need to see, and it's always about Summer and the missing children. I put in here, it didn't sound like a word. It felt like a memory. You see, it's like a memory. Like someone knocking from the inside of a wall I didn't know was there. This is how it came to me. In the days that followed, her presence grew stronger. Not in a linear sense, but like static gaining clarity. It's a very good book. I wrote a very good book. I did. Because the static is used, you know. If anyone who believes in this, for all I know, it's a big fucking crock of shit, and I you know, but for all we know, it isn't. You don't know, right? You don't know until you die. You don't know until you've crossed over. Really, we could all have our own thought about it, but whatever. That energy is used to speak to me, you know. At first it was the glit in her eye and the deep fake video that didn't match the scene. Then it was a sensation of deja vu while watching a reenactment that never happened. You see, it's the energy. It tells me the story, and understand moving forward in this world and moving forward as a human, as a nice human, as a human, as a nice person, moving forward. If you already think that people are going to see what you see and you're angry about it and you get pissed at people and you're like, what the fuck, that person doesn't even know what I'm talking about, they don't see it, move over, you bitch, like, you know, like, oh, you know, someone cuts in front of you in a line and you in your head think she did it purposely. Maybe she didn't see you. Maybe she didn't see you. But if you think that that shit gets to you now, you just wait. You are not going to see what other people see, and no one is going to see what you see, ever. And with this new AI tools and the new AI, it's going to be a bad game. And you're going to have to choose if you're going to play it or not. Are you going to play this digital distortion game? I'm not. I know my truth. And that's it. I know my truth. I know what I see. And in the beginning, when I first had my first channel, Magical Boardroom, ooh, people tried so hard to tell me I didn't see what I saw. Oh my God, don't see that because we're going to come after you and blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I don't even know what they're talking about. And I wasn't as tough as I am now. In the beginning, I wasn't. In the beginning, when you first go on a YouTube channel and you make yourself vulnerable and you put yourself out there, there's no fucking way I was comfortable with it. It was awful. It was awful. It was hard. It was a risk out of 10 out of 10. I went on there. You guys are here. There's some of you in chat right now that were my first people. You're my first people. We're the only ones in there. I had ones and twosies, like I am with Bam Bam Boogie. It grows. It grows if it's meant to grow, and if you give it the light that it needs, it will grow. But I remember people, ooh, they got so mad. And so don't get so mad. I mean, don't get so mad if no one sees what you see. You're going to just live in stress every day. You're going to be like, oh, exhausted by the end of the day because you're going to be spending the day making people try to understand what you see. No, first of all, no one gives a fuck what you see. Really, no one cares. But you, they don't care. So if you go on YouTube, you do your thing. I went on and this is what happened. This book is what happened. I saw and I took the initiative. I took the risk to say what I see. I'm 59. It took really fully to Summer Moon Wells in 2021 to help me get where I am. I always say period when it's a strong sentence for me. To get me where I am today, at my age, it took this little girl and the missing children to help me with a platform that allowed me to speak what I see and what I feel and what I believe to be the truth. I didn't expect anyone to be there for me, and I could cry saying it because that's what I'm used to in my life. I lived that way my whole life. I have a loving family, wonderful friends. I have all that. I can't even complain. Nothing. But when it comes to the truth, who's inside of you, most people don't live it. So YouTube, no matter how you see YouTube or any of the social media or any of these AI tools, any digital distortion, they might just be showing what they see to be true, and you're seeing your side. So here's a great example. I could hold up this book and be like, oh wow, you guys, the cover of this, oh my God, the cover is black. Isn't that cute? Look at that. The cover is black and it says Bamdex. Why does it say Bamdex? And you guys could be like, what is she looking at? That's not, it's because I'm looking at the back of the book. I'm looking at this side of the book. There's two sides to every story. There's two sides to every story. It depends on where you're looking and the perception, like where are you looking? So try to be a nice human and don't get angry at someone not seeing what you're showing them. So that really YouTube gave me that platform, and I didn't know where I was going to go with it. I didn't know that 4 years later, and before you know, we'll be in 2026, I'd still be sitting here discussing these children. It's so much more than that. It's so much more. The Diddy story and the fires, really so much more. The books, the learning, the Bam Bam Boogie, the songs, my songs I've done are so good. I could say that because I really love them. And their songs I'll have forever, and I'm going to be teaching Pound, my dancing. Look at, oh, you can't see them because they're green. Ah, I have the green screen, you can't see them. Sorry for that noise. You don't know it's your journey. You don't know where you're supposed to go. You know, it says, oh, so what are you going to do with that? What are you going to... You could say you have no fucking idea. And feel fine with saying you don't know. Just don't carry the shit that they need to know right now. They need to know right now because that's their issue and that's about them. Well, you may not know the answer within the moment of time. I'm going all over the fucking board. I'm like true ADD right now. So yeah. It's about TikTok. It's about messages that I got through all the social media. I mentioned other missing children's story. It's good. I mean, it's a good book. So Summer Moon Wells will I'll never go away from this channel. I don't think I'll ever stop. But I think that part of my purpose and my journey, I don't think I know because I'm doing it, is I'm teaching myself. I've done hundreds of hours, thousands, I don't even know how many. All day long I teach myself, and I listen to YouTubers that are teaching the importance of being here today. I'm not filling my day with a bunch of air. I've been there, done that. I got what I needed to learn from all of these people in true crime. It's nonsense. It's nonsense, you guys. But it brought me where I am. And I believe this is where I'm supposed to be. And I think that, yeah, I probably do need to put tarot cards together and create my art that I've done through the last 4 years of drawing and put them on the cards. I think that'd be really kind of cool. Does anyone have any questions? I mean, I've been gone. Do you guys have any questions for me? Like, I know I've Joyful Dolphin. Do you have any questions for me? You know, I don't give myself the time to go into the chat room, but you guys are my warriors. You're my warriors. You've just been here with me through hell or high water. My caramel latte. No, caramel macchiato. Anyone have any questions for me? My other channel, I go more towards, I don't even know what I'm fucking doing over there as much as I know. As much, I just looked at my cards and looked at my notebook. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing because I don't know if I don't know what point I was made today. I hope it was, because I have to go back and listen, because WCAA Network was calling for me. That's why I'm over here. Like, I'm here on Bam Bam Boogie, and then I'm like, I need to go over here now, and I hope I got my point across. Empowering yourself. Don't let anyone tell you what to see. And that's what's going to be going on so strongly in this digital world. They're going to do whatever they can do to make you see what they're showing you, the way that they want you to see it. I guess it's no different than the way people wanted me to act as a child. They don't want me to say I flew into your bedroom and saw you sleeping. Why would they? Or, anything. They don't, just like this. They want me to not do that. They want me to see what they're saying. They want me to not say the stuff I hear and see and blah, blah, because it scares them. My dad couldn't get through the book I wrote, Tunnels of Madness. My people, most of my people, they didn't even read it. My family didn't read it. That's okay. I don't, truthfully, if anyone hears this in my family, I don't care. It's fine. It doesn't matter. What was the most interesting is you guys didn't read it because it scared you. So if it scared you, that means that I scare you. And that's why I need a channel like this to live this part of me that I love so very much. I mean, I love this part of me, and it's not the way I live out loud. It makes people uncomfortable. Oh my God, if I came out for dinner one night dressed as like a monk and I go to dinner and be like, hi, this is really how I want to dress, they wouldn't even know what I'm talking about. They would have no idea about this part of me. Thanks, Jean. Is there any questions? Let me look back. Oh, thanks, guys. Thought you said Carmelite. So I'm going on Whatnot tonight, you guys, selling insane dresses. They're like pageant dresses. I got all of Blonda Design. If you look up Blonda Design, they're huge. All those dresses that I've left to sell I'm looking at them. They're really cool. They're beautiful, and they're going to go for like $50. Like nothing. All we need to be is a little uncomfortable sometimes. Oh, Just is coming soon. You are so correct. Being uncomfortable and sitting in your uncomfortableness is where answers come through for you. Being uncomfortable, for me, I could say was the very best thing for me, because going on Magical Boardroom for the first time, yes, caramel macchiato. Caramel always sticks to the straw. Anyways, going on to YouTube for the first time, exposing myself and just like sitting here like I am, was so uncomfortable. Now it's not. Now it's not at all. This is my comfort zone, and this is how I know I'm in my purpose, because I'm in my comfort zone here. Like, it's very comfortable, and it wasn't, you guys. Remember, some of you who've been with me from the beginning, so many times I would have to leave the room because I couldn't even control my psychic reading. I'd start bawling and like excused myself from being live. I feel like playing with my cards. See, that's why I made them tarot card sizes, because I love the size of tarot cards. Yeah, I think I have to maybe I make these these trading cards like actual tarot cards. I think that's a good idea. Like I should do a full deck, what is it, 52 cards, like this, and ooh, that's a good idea. And bring together Digital Distortion bring it together as a set, because that's really what the story is about. You see how we have our sweet little Summer, and then we had Digital Distortion. that would, in the middle, would be like these cards. Right? You guys know what I'm saying? Like, holding it in my hands, I think would feel good to me, because I'd be holding summer moon stuff and digital distortion. Is bringing in the soft spiritual world with. I like it. Ooh, I fucking love it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get those next. It's gonna be my fourth. My fourth one is gonna be 6 new, because I have to keep going with all of them. 6 new cards, and then on those cards, see how I have different artwork? I'm gonna do the artwork as a tarot card. As a tarot card. So I'd have to do not 6 more, I'd have to just do one big deck with all of them when I'm done with these 6. That's how I'm going to do it. See how this is how my mind works. This is how I create things. And people ask me all these questions when I'm not going to say who, all these questions when I say this is what I'm doing. How are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? That you can't do. What I'm like, what the fuck are you asking these questions for? I don't know, and I don't care to answer them right now. Just like how I am right here doing this out loud. So if I, on my whatever number deck, when I have enough to make the tarot cards, I'll put them all together and make a tarot collection. And that's going to be, that's going to be amazing. Oh, you made a deck all by hand. Yeah, isn't that great? Loving Life. I've been to your channel a lot before, but haven't for a while. I see crazy images that nobody else can see. When I see videos of pics or some of those jerks. Yes, it's weird, it's wild, and I'm here to tell you you're seeing it. That's a perfect example. Do not expect anyone to see what you're seeing. So when you say to them, don't look for affirmation from the people around you. Don't look for approval from the people around you. They're not going to give it to you, because it's only your reality. It's only your reality. Don't look for approval from anybody when you're in your nice human place. You know, I'm not saying go wild and go do shit and don't look for approval, blah, blah, blah. No. I'm saying you don't need approval to be you. All you got to do, and I'm saying this because this is like me speaking to myself, and I've done this, and this is how I exposed all this shit. You just do it. Right, they thought you were nuts. Correct. So when someone says that to you, or they look that way to you, you have to own back your own power from that. So if you show someone an image, let's use this image. If you show someone an image, then I'm going to take it away. Show you the image, take it away. Show you an image, take it away. What did you see? I'm going to tell you what I saw. And if my daughter or someone would be like, you're crazy, I didn't see that. You have to answer in a way that you don't lose your power. You don't give a little bit of yourself away, because if you do that all day and you give a little bit of yourself away, by the end of the day you're going to be exhausted and you will have failed. Own it back. And how you do that is you do it by looking at them and like, yeah, that's okay. What do you see? You know, that's okay. You don't see what I see. So thank you for that. But what is it that you see? They're not going to answer you. What is it that you saw? I'd love to know what you saw. And when they say what they saw, be like, oh wow, that's so great. It's interesting. Not like, oh, you're crazy. That's not what I saw. It's so different from what I saw. Like you're asking to, create an argument over your truth. And you're going to lose. You're going to lose at the end of the day. Because that person's going to take it away from you. Why even open yourself up to that? What you see is what you see. What you do, all that shit, Right, don't answer them back. You don't answer them and say, what do you hear? I'm like, how do you not see this? You know what? I did that most of my life, right? I've just recently, and this is what my stuff's on, learned how to stop doing that. I don't look for approval anymore. And that's been my biggest life lesson. And I'm going to try to help others with the same thing. Because I can't say if it's easy or not easy, but it must have been hard for me because I waited all these years. It must have been hard for me. Right? That's how you know you're in your purpose, you guys. That's how you know you're in your truth, you're in your light, you're in a good place, you're in a nice place to be nice to others, because you don't get angry anymore if they're not acting like you or seeing what you see. Blah, 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 blah. Those are the people that have the most gifts for you, because they teach you the things that you need to learn about yourself. Literally, anyone that comes in front of you, you just try to figure that one out yourself. Anytime someone comes in front of you, you'd be like, oh my God, her freaking outfit. What the hell is she thinking in that outfit? Like, pretend you're looking in the mirror and say it to yourself and see what happens. As if you then go home, stand in front of the mirror, and say what you just said to everyone that passed you by. You'll see you'll see a little bit more of yourself. It's a really good thing to do. So, the update on Summer Moon Wells. Let's see if I could get something on Summer. But why do I see these crazy things? Is it something from God? Well, everyone, this is a difficult one because everyone has, again, their own truth. My word isn't the word, So like if I were to say, yes, a lot of these messages I get from Summer Moon. So my reality right there is different than yours. God, this is what I believe, gives you options to see a gift that's been shown to you. So I believe that anything that goes in front of me, difficult, hard, whatever the case might be, is a gift from God. I call it that. And that means that in return to what it's giving me an opportunity. It's giving me an opportunity to learn about myself. So that's how I go about those things. So if someone is coming in front of me and someone cuts in front, let's say someone cuts in front of me in a line and I've been waiting to order my coffee and get whatever, a donut, and someone cuts in front of me in line. I usually, 99.9% of the time, take that as an opportunity, right? Other times I'm like, what the fuck is that person doing? But if you're in that space, you could go back to internally and be like, this gives you an opportunity to give a gift, to receive a gift. And usually that's in kindness. Usually that's in kindness, because then it comes back. So I'd be like, oh, like something nice. Oh, that coffee looks great after they just went in front of you. Or, you know, your hair looks beautiful. Like, oh, the perfume smells so pretty. You would be shocked of what gifts come back to you in that very moment in time. And usually it's the lady would say, thank you so much, I've had a hard day, something's happened. Or, thank you, I'm in a rush, my daughter's sick, I need to get to her. Like, and it comes back, you see. And I'm not just saying this because I think it sounds good. I do it. Many times when I see that, that's why I love going to the homeless in Chicago. I mean, I bring shit to them all the time, and I like talking to them. I think it's such a wonderful conversation. Try it one day, you guys. When you see a homeless person asking for money or under the bridge, like, try to just sit down and have a conversation with them. You would your mind would be blown for months. I'm telling you. There's this one. I mean, I have one homeless person that lives under the bridge in Chicago, and I brought winter jackets, and I didn't even tell my husband. Well, now he knows because they showed the homeless actually was wearing his leather coat. This is a leather coat. He said forever and ever and ever and ever. He had brought the leather coat to the guy under the bridge. I'm like, you know what? My husband's not going to miss this. So I gave it to him. I pulled my car over and I gave it to him. He's like, do you have any other jackets? This looks like a woman's jacket. And I'm like, it's not a woman's jacket. It's a brown leather coat. It's like a really nice brown leather coat. And he's like, do you have other sizes? They're very, some of the homeless, they're very particular. So I showed him the brand of it. I'm like, it's going to keep you warm all winter. Fine. He took the coat. And one weekend, I'm driving with my husband, and we get off at that exit where many of the homeless are. That's where my guy is. And we pull off the exit, and he's walking in my husband's leather jacket. Like, it's an awesome leather jacket, and I laugh at myself. And you also get to the point you just laugh at yourself. It's a really good place to be. Maybe it comes with age. Maybe you have to wait till you're my age. I see this guy's walking, and I'm looking at my husband to make sure that he doesn't look at that guy. And sure enough, my husband's like, is that my leather jacket? I was laughing so freaking hard. I'm taking pictures. I'm like, it's your leather jacket. It's your leather jacket. And I'm like, that guy's wearing it. Look how warm he is. It's your leather jacket. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to go take the leather jacket? I was laughing. And he started laughing with me because he knows me. He knows me. I bring shit, propane stuff. I bring all this stuff there. So anyways, how do we get on this subject? It's about being nice to people. Through the distortions you're going to see much more of it come. 6 months from now, it's going to be worse than it is right now. So pay attention to others and pay attention to what your truth is. And WCIA Network is a perfect channel for me to be talking like this because this network gave me the opportunity to understand myself and know what I see, you'll never see. But I have to love myself for what I see. And I have to acknowledge and not give away any piece of me because someone doesn't see what I see. Cut that shit out. That's up to you. Cut that shit out. Stop trying to make that person in front of you get you. Because what I see at my age right now is the only one has to get me is me. That's what it was all about. The more I get myself, the happier I am. I'm a happier wife, I'm a happier mother, I'm happier. It has everything to do with you knowing who you are. And maybe most of you are older like me, you get what I'm saying. And the younger ones are like, the fuck is she talking about? Me and you and knowing you and not knowing you, knowing yourself. Well, then I would question you, do you really know who you are? Do you? Or are you in social media every day and doing digital distortion to distort who you are? Because that's the normal right now. This is the normal right now. That just means it's all going to get distorted even worse. Even worse. So if the younger generation, if you think that you really know and understand yourself, that's very hilarious. It's hilarious to me. Yeah. The ones that are not hilarious to me, and I'd be like, yeah, you know what, you do know yourself. I could tell by conversation. I can in a heartbeat. But for people that are living through social media, I love it. I'm using it. I'm on more platforms. I'm loving this AI stuff. I'm loving it. But I'm not becoming it. I don't become it. I'm a living person. That's what my songs are about on Bam Bam Boogie. I'm not going to become it or fake my picture. I'm not going to take my photos and like edit them. How do you know yourself and how do other people know you if you distort it? How are we ever going to know what Summer Moon Wells is, what she looked like, what age was she really? How many of them are there? It's not just one. No fucking way. I see that loud and clear. Don and Candace. Bullshit, dudes. You guys get away with murder because you are so completely protected. But some people are going to see it. What does that mean? Nothing. Nothing, because I can't. Nothing. I'm not going to talk anyone into what I see and where these children are and where they went. And some of them are still alive. Some Summer Moon Wells are still alive. Yeah. Some Summer Moon Wells are alive because they wanted them to be. Some Summer Moon Wells are alive because they got the escape route. They got lucky. But you'll never know which one they are. They're digitally distorted. Their faces, who they are. Some are not dead. They are misplaced, misphotoshopped, and they're living somewhere else to get them out and not in. See, there is a difference. Whoops. Hilarious. My desk. I got this new desk. What the heck? It keeps moving up and down. So, on that note, you guys, this is WCIA Network, and I will always be here to bring justice to the children through the best of my ability, through what I see and believe to be true. Digital distortion is ginormous. Learn about it. Teach yourself. They're really cool tools, but also understand that everyone's reality through these distortions are not the same. If there's going to be technical glitches and frames layered upon frames, which it is, on these photos, reality will never be the same again. For anybody, because the worse it gets, the more images it creates for others to see what they need to see. That's the name of this game. these children, these digital distortions, these children, these missing summer moon wells, they're underneath it. They're being hidden in there. They're being trafficked. They're being sold. They are being brutalized. They're being murdered. They're going through ceremonies. They're going through tunnels from below to get where they need to go. They're in the tunnels that nobody's going to find ever. They blew most of them up. The entrance, those things are long gone. They got lost in the fires. They're getting lost in all of the floods, fires, earth, wind, and water, and the earthquakes. These things are going to be long gone. But their stories are going to continue. They're going to continue, and I'm going to keep doing that. That's what I'm doing here, is what I'm trying to explain. Is doing my thing, saying it the way I see it, and I'm not doing this for anyone to approve what I'm saying or agree what I'm saying. I do like to get people to see if they agree, because I don't know what you see. So when I ask if you see what I see, that's where those number one started like 4 years ago, for those who don't know. If I could turn people inward towards themselves, and for that person to go inward means they will understand themselves and know what makes them bam, like what makes you happy and laugh and dance. If I could do that each time I go come on and touch one person's world, that's enough for me. That's my purpose. I'm going to just keep coming on and doing that. My views will probably be low and shit, because I don't even, not on enough, I don't think. I have no idea why. But one life of a difference is enough each day. Every time I come on, if it hits at least one person to understand it. So this is WCIA Network, you guys, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This book, go get it. You guys, thank you so much for being here. My warriors, my little group that has been with me for so long, been with the real me, the me who I am for so long. That's all you know. That's the only way you know me. That's your digital distortion. You see, what I've shown you here of me is a digital distortion in a sense, because this is all you know of me. Isn't that weird? And other people will be like, that don't watch this and they've never seen me on YouTube, will be like, I don't even know who you're talking about. What are you talking about? All right. If you want to come see me on Whatnot at 5:30, I'm selling incredible dresses. I'm checking out that, because I'm going to be doing my trading cards in there. So I'm testing the waters. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you all. Please join if you haven't subscribed. Come watch me on Whatnot. 5:30. Bye, all.